Man, I still remember the day that I walked out. Seems like it was yesterday. Freedom hit me different. Fresh air, open roads, the world feeling like it was mine for the taking. But even with all that, my mind, it wasn't free. Cause out here, I was free. But my brother, he was still inside. My day one, man. The one I left behind when I got out. We used to talk all the time, phone calls, letters, joking, laughing, making plans like we was gonna do this shit together. Like he was just a few blocks down the road, now locked up behind some steel and concrete, miles away. I kept telling him, bro, I'm coming back for you. We gonna get through this together. But deep down, I knew it wasn't that simple. This ain't just a story about freedom. It's about loyalty. About the bonds that never break, even when the system tries to rip them apart. And it's about what happens when the worst hits you in the chest. When the brother you left behind ain't here no more. Everybody get tuned in to another episode of Off the Yard. As always, I'm Big Lance. Today we're talking about the brother I left behind, man. Hey, it don't matter what situation you're in. If you are put in an environment where it's nothing but testosterone and dudes and violence and the threat of, mortality, you're going to build bonds. I don't care. And if you go to prison for 5 or 10 or 15 years, you don't build a bond with at least one person, then you're probably a chomo. Or you probably got a lot of skeletons in your closet. And you're one of them dudes that sits over there by yourself and just doesn't really mess with nobody. Most of the time, that's a red flag. If I see a dude that comes in, don't really talk to nobody for an extended period of time, I'll start questioning that dude. Because you need certain things as a human being. But you really do need allies, and you need people around you that are going to protect you. Because you're in a war zone, man. And that's just the way it is. When you get to certain levels of the penitentiary, level 1s, level 2s, the Wes Watsons of the world, man, they can skate through. You know why? Because their whole persona is fake. Even in there. You got a bunch of dudes running around road camps at level 1s talking about how tough they are, how gangster they are. Dude, I'm not buying your gangster right now. If you ain't been to a level 5, level 4, Supermax, then we ain't the same. If you didn't earn your ink, it's the old meme, if Connor didn't earn his ink, Caleb got his sleeve done. Fuck out of here, miss me with that, bro. Anyway, I'm not going to get on here and talk about how gangster I am, okay? Because I'm just a family man now. And it's 3 o'clock in the morning and I can't sleep, so I'm going to make a video. And I already know, looks kind of crazy behind me. My studio where I usually record at is in my bedroom and my wife is asleep. Just a quick, explanation. Not too long ago, I got sober. Well, this is months later, and I'm still an insomniac, bro. And I got to work this morning anyway. So, I'm not going to sit there with restless legs all goddamn night. Drive myself crazy. It is what it is, bro. But it's another day, and I'm grateful to have it, I'm grateful to have another day. Not everyone can say that, though, can they? My brother, person I love dearly, I met in prison. Now, I've said before that these are not your family, these are not your brothers. I have said that. And I mean that. 99.9% of the time, I mean that. But I formed a bond with this dude. And we actually started our bid together. from the jail. We're hometown boys. We was in the pod together in the jail. And actually knew each other on the street. My crime partner for a while. Right? Cool, whatever. But things happen in the course of you doing time. Things happen, man. And like you're gonna realize real quick how many friends you don't have when you just ready to go to it and it's 4-on-1, 5-on-1. A lot of y'all don't know what that's like. I hope you never do. But it does make you a different type of individual when you've had to face those odds numerous times. But when you're getting ready to face those odds and you look over and you got somebody standing with you, well, goddamn, you almost fight a little harder, right? Because now you're like, oh, okay, well, this is what happened. The situation over the phone. This is the very beginning of our friendship. A situation over the phone, I get into it with the blood, right? Bloods run rampant in my area. It is what it is. I got nothing against the Bloods, but I got something against some of them. You know what I'm saying? Because they just are retarded. And they're just super white boy this, punk that, all this, and especially the young ones. See, I'm an old school convict. Words like punk and bitch and things like that, I don't say to another man unless I want to fight him. When I go to jail, I become a different individual. I stand up straight. I make my bed. I'm disciplined. I'm militant because I want to survive this prison sentence, whatever it may be. So I get into it with this kid over the phone, younger dude, trying to run the phone, double click, triple click. When I say that, I mean, he's done with a call, he clicks, dials again. He look right. I hit him up. He look right. I need next on that jack. I gotta call my son. You've been on the phone for like 5 clicks now. Fuck out of here, white boy. Fuck out of here, white boy. Okay. The problem with this is, sure, I could just, whatever, man. It's just some punk kid, man, let go. I'm 30-some years old at this moment. This dude's maybe 22, 23. Thinks he's got all the sense. Ain't never been down the road, looking at a long prison sentence. People get that 20-year sentence and they think that like everyone looks at them like they're just automatically tough. That's not the case. I don't look at you like you're tough because you're 20. I look at you, you're dumb as shit because whatever you do, you got 20 years and you must. I never want your lawyer. Right? So I go into my cell. I kind of get myself, right? I get myself kind of situated. My celly's like, what's wrong, homie? My celly, who I'm supposed to be, right? I'm like, I'm gonna go smash this kid, dude. You know what I'm saying? He said, no, I'm like, you call me punk ass white boy, blah, blah, blah. Oh man, come on, don't do that, bro. There's a bunch of them, and there's only a couple of us. I was like, automatically, I'm like, yeah, you're a punk. Right in my mind, you're not gonna have my back. I'm gonna be in this fight alone. Cause I already know when I swing on this dude, it's gonna be from every direction. There's like 20 of them in the pod, man. I'm gonna lose. And I don't care how big of a bear you are. You got 20 dogs chasing you, going up that tree, right? So I go over to him. I give him one more opportunity. Hey, listen, man. I need that phone after you. Man, this blood phone. And this would not be the last time that I dealt with this in the penitentiary with these guys. So I said, okay. He said, I told you, white boy, ain't getting off his phone, man. What's up? He stands up. When he stands up, I just like, pow, right? Pow, gone. Good night, Irene. I knocked this dude out cold on his phone with his girl. Cold. I mean, he stood up, and when he stood, I was waiting for him to stand. That's what I wanted him to do. Because when he stood up, he wants to get all this. That time is done, dude. That time is come and gone, homie. By the time he was standing straight, his knees locked, he was, bow, right? So he's his knees buckled, he goes down. The motherfucker didn't put his hands up. How you stand? Put your hands up, dude. Right? Look like me on Street Beefs. Anyway, I knew it was coming, and it came. Next thing I know, here they come. So I back up against the wall, right? because the phones were up against the wall, I stepped to the side because everybody saw him try to pump me. I had to do something. I mean, I gotta live here for the next 10 years, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna pump me. I'm not gonna let that go down. And that's why I talk about when you get into an altercation with somebody, never turn your back, bro. I don't care how small they are. I don't care how frail they look. They will stab you, bro. I promise they will stab the shit out of you. So I back up against the wall, and I'm just, what's up, right? Well, most of these dudes are smaller dudes, but there was just one dude, man, and everyone called him Money, right? Money was a big dude, and I did not want Money coming out of that cell. I was praying this dude was not coming out of the cell, but hey, prayers are not always answered, right? So the first couple come, and I mean, it's 2 or 3, so I'm not like, I would love to be like, yo, I'm just dropping them left and right, like I'm handling my business. But I'm not, I'm not 1090 Jake. That don't happen in my world. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm fighting, but I mean, there's 3 of them, right? So I'm just kind of trying to get off what I can and blah, blah, blah. I'm not Bruce Lee, bro. But I see Money coming. When I tell you this dude's biceps are massive, dude. I mean, he's going to hurt me when he hits me. So what I do is I grab up one of the little homies, and I got him in the butt, you know what I'm saying? And I drop. So now he's on top of me, but it's like his face is on, like I'm covering up with him. That's the only move I had, right? I'm just choking him on, he's like going unconscious. So if they stomp me, they're going to stomp him. And I'm telling him, I'm going to kill your homeboy if y'all don't stop. I'm going to kill him. And I'm going to get away with it. I said, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. And they knew I was serious. I would have killed him. Anyway, Money don't get off on me, right? Now, we are on a split tier rotation. When you're on a split tier rotation, means one top, there's a top tier and bottom tier, you come out at different times. Well, my homeboy was up on top tier. Dude, I'm talking about. He gets moved down. I moved my celly out. This is like a week later. I moved my celly out, right? Everything's kind of cooled off, whatever, man. I moved my celly out because he's not the dude. I want a celly that's going to rock with me, right? Well, I get my homeboy in there, dog. We're working out, man. 2 weeks go by. I guess I'm thinking 2. It's hard to remember exact times, guys, but 2, maybe 3 weeks. Well, old boy, he's salty because he's been walking around with the whole side of his face. The dude that was on the phone. I mean, when I called him, I tell you, I caught that dude. He's walking around a big old goose egg on the side of his face for some type of way. Had to go to visit. The girl he was talking to on the phone had to go face her with his face like that because he talks shit to the punk ass white boy, right? Well, he feels some type of way about it. Whatever, feel some type of way, pussy. You know what I'm saying? I don't care nothing about that, dog. It took 5 of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. I still feel like, when you're in a situation like that, you come out either way. If you lose, everyone thinks you're going to lose. If you win, you're a fucking hero. So you got nothing to lose there. Right? So he gets to popping off one day. We're playing basketball. If you ever go to prison, man, don't play basketball. Don't play any of that shit because it's going to just get you into a fist fight. I promise you. And I promise, man, that shit is a recipe for disaster. Okay? So, don't play basketball. Especially when you're a white boy with no dexterity and shit, man. Just flopping all around, running into motherfuckers, man. It ain't... And, you almost don't blame them for getting mad. Because they're fast, dude. Them little motherfuckers are fast. And they come in there all hard. I'm just boom, you know what I mean? I'm like Lawrence Taylor, that dude, man. So, anyway... He gets to popping off, man. Man, shit, because I keep fouling the shit out of him. I don't care. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Man up, dog. It's prison. It's jail. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like it, bond out, bro. So, we going back and forth, back and forth. Well, Money's out there, right? And me and Money we're nose to nose. I'm taller than Money. But he's one dude, he's as wide as he is tall, bro. He's a big dude, man. And, God, I didn't want to fight this dude. But I came back down, right, like a bitch. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I tell him, I push him. I'm like, what's up then, dog? Because in my mind, I'm like, well, you know what? Maybe if I just pop, and show him what time it is, maybe I can intimidate him. Maybe I'll be that intimidating. This dude's got like knife scars on his face, bro. He looked like he just came out of Iraq. Just been a fucking war hero or something, you know what I mean? So, man, man, dude, he hit me so hard, bro. Like, he hit me so hard. It felt like his whole fist was like the size of my head. It was like boom. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like it took me like a minute. I know I was knocked out. I know it was, bro. And like I kind of like stumbled back, and like these rec yards that they have in the jails are like, they're like just basically little cells, but they got the roof cut out of them in my jail. And just in the block walls, little basketball goal right there, right? Big ass glass, so the COs can see if they're paying attention. But it's daytime, man. Everybody's out, man. So we get to like fighting out there. Me and this dude Money. Now, this was going a little better than expected because one, when he hit me, he didn't knock me out. Okay, that surprised him because he didn't catch me. He caught me like here, right? More than here, so it didn't knock me out. And when I came back, I put my hands up like this. I kind of came to as I hit the wall, and I bounced back up. And he went to swing again, but he's so big. He's like rock'em sock'em robot. I'm like, oh, you can't fight. You can't fight. And I seen it, and I feel like he saw the light go off my eyes. Like, oh shit. See, I got this on my hand, got one, and that's what I said to him. Oh, I said, got one, right? Because I can't fight either. I mean, I can fight, but like I ain't no, you know what I'm saying, show enough. You know, I'm be honest, dude. Like, I mean, I'll clutch with you, you know, but I'll play with them things, dude. You know what I mean? Like, because that's just what it is. Fuck, I look like sitting rolling around the dirt with people all the time. I'm not doing that shit. So I catch him, boom, boom. I'm like hitting him, man. I feel good, but he's so strong. He's got so much muscle. I'm not really hurting him, right? But it looks like I am. You know what I'm saying? It looks good because I'm just teeing off, pow, pow, and he can't really catch me because he's and he kind of bends down and he like comes over like doing this number, and I grab him by the hands, boom, hit him with the knee. But when I hit him with the knee, I feel boom, I get hit by somebody else. And it was this tall dude named Chapman. Chapman was like 6'4", bro. Just tall ass dude, man, from out Mayfield. And he hit me, boom, and like, I mean, that tall, lanky, he hit me harder than Money did. So when I got hit in the same spot, so it's gushing now. Like, he hit me, he cracked me open right here. Well, my homeboy was out there. When I was one-on-one, it was different, right? There's rules to the game, bro. If he'd have jumped, that's a gang war. He didn't want to do that. But when Chapman jumped in, man, my dude springs into action. So he catches Chapman like in a tackle. Boom! Now they're fighting. And it wasn't even like a hesitation, dog. It wasn't even like he was thinking about it, maybe couldn't do it, maybe shouldn't do it. It was like as soon as he clocked me, I saw him come off that corner and he's on top of him. Whacker, whacker, whacker. But Chapman's so tall, man. He's like, I don't know, dude. That dude was tall. So, COs come out, boom. We all go to the hole, right? 30 days in the hole, fighting, boom. We back in the hole talking shit, right? When I come out, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I'm gonna do behind the door, looking like a bunch of cell gangsters, right? So, we come out and they split everybody up, right? About a month or two goes by. I get in trouble again for tattooing, and I get moved out of the pod. I get moved over to D1, and D1's max pod, and that's where my homeboy's at. We ride out the next, like, year in this pod together. In the cell together. We didn't want to ruin it again, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, we were trying to really stay out the way. We were kind of older than most people. So we're in our 30s and shit, man. So we became buddies, like, real tight. Like, I knew a dude on the street, but, like, we weren't, like, you know what I'm saying? We started to get real tight. I knew his mom. I started talking with mom. I'm like, hey, mom, what's up? You know, that type of shit. When you start putting your people on the phone with your mom, you guys got a bond. Well, I get the letter. I'm going down the road. So we call when you go into prison, you're going down the road. And that means I'm leaving. So they give you the letter, you leave in about 3 or 4 days. So I'm getting ready. They call me at 3 o'clock in the morning one morning. Hey, Moore, B&B, man, pack your shit. You're leaving. You're going down the road. All right, big dog. I'll see you. Right? I got your info. I'm going to call moms. I called his mama moms. I said, I'm going to call mom when I get down. He was like, better do that, bro. Like, you know what it is, man. It's family. And this dude showing up, bro. Just like, well, I'm showing up. He's showing up, man. Like, we rock with each other. I get to receiving. And when you go to receiving, it's like, dude, it's like 30-day lockdown, bro. I hate receiving. Receiving's in the fucking way, man. Like, you might get lucky and go to one, and you might be there for like a week or two. But most of the time, bro, especially if you a high-profile inmate, which I was because I was a gang member, and by now they had already classified me as a gang leader. So they were like, well, I was at least up there at this time. So when I get to receiving, they're like doing all this extraness, man. I had to talk to the FBI, the feds. I had to get on gang papers, all that bullshit. So when they finally get me out on the yard, I'm on a place called Haynesville. Now, let me tell you about Haynesville. It's a level 2, right? I was like, sweet, because I had never been to a level 2. I've only been to high levels in my past. But because I'm in my 30s, right, they were like, look, we're going to give you a shot on these low yards. Please act accordingly. Well, my homeboy gets his papers like literally, I'm thinking like a month or two after me. So by the time I'm out of receiving, I'm on the yard of Haynesville, which is a fuckboy camp. Haynesville, Coffeewood, Dealwood, they're fuckboy camps. I hate those places. But, I mean, literally chomos are walking around, dog, like, going to classes. Like, I couldn't deal with it. I had to spaz out. I'll tell you about it in a minute. My homeboy, he goes to Nordaway. Nordaway is a pretty decent camp. It's a level 3, 4, man. They rock and roll over there. They got the hustle and all that shit, man. When you're on level 2s, the cops run the joint. 3s and up, we run the joint, right? That's the difference. So I'm at fucking West Watson Academy, Haynesville, and they, you know, I don't know. I get off there pretty fast, dude. I ended up doing a hit on somebody, and they lock us up. I was gone pretty soon, and I got sent to Greensville. I talked about this place, treacherous, probably one of those treacherous prisons in Virginia, right? So my homie gets popped with a knife, and they send him to Greensville. This, I'm trying to speed up the process here, because if not, the story's going to take 4 hours. I'm already going to have to do a part 2, I think, so let's just rock and roll with this. Well, we get on the same, so you got S1, S2, S3. And that takes a minute. I find out where he's at. I see him on the block. I'm like, what's up, brother? So, when you come into Greensville, you go down to 9 building, which is like their little receiving pod, but I'm in 8 building, which is gangland, so I'm chilling. Already, I'm right next to him. I see him when he comes in with his little tight ass, because he's giving you little tight ass blue pants, a little crisp and shit. I'm like, let me get them pants, you fucking bitch. What's up, dude? So we dap up. I'm like, man, how you been? Man, I talked to mom the other day, boom. And he's like, man, told me about what happened. How we got pinched. And so I said, all right, cool. I'm gonna get you over here to 8 building. He was a validated. He was with us, so he's a validated gang member too. He gets over there. We're chilling once again. I got my brother. Right? I know my back is good. All the things that I talk about, all the stories that I tell you, this man was involved in. I'll just put it like that. Okay? This man was involved in. During the course of all these crazy ass stories that I've told you on these videos, this man walked side by side with me and went through this fire with us. When the whole shit went down with the ABs, he was right there with me. They shipped me up off of there. That was the last time I saw my brother. It's the last time I ever saw him. They put us on lockdown. He was in the pod with me. I couldn't get him in my cell, but he was in the pod. And when they said more, they came in and searched me and ran me down. They put me in shackles and handcuffs, right? I stopped by a cell, though. And I got the gang investigators on my ass, the lieutenant and all that shit. You would have thought I was like fucking El Chapo or something, the way they carried it. And they were like, man, this white boy's got too much juice. You're getting up off of here, dog. Because it was true. I did have too much juice at that time. And I was feeling myself a little too much. Got a little cocky. So, but I stopped. Fuck the gang investigators, right? I look him dead in the shit, man. I put my arms up to the thing. I'm like, I love you, brother. I'll see you soon. He jumped up off his bunk, off his rack, ran over there, put his arms up to the fucking, that's our little thing, put his arm up to the window like this. He's like, D-Love, homie. Till the fucking casket drops. I meant that. And he did too. And like I said, it was the last time I seen him. I go to Augusta. A bunch of shit happens there. He's still at Greensville. A bunch of shit happening there, man. It's just more stories that we can talk about on the channel. But, right, I go ahead and get released. I'm back in the streets. I'm back in the world, homie. I write on JPay and all that. It's hard for me to do that because once they find out it's me, they clap me. I'm not allowed to write inmates because of the gang shit, right? So I set up fake profiles and all that shit back then. I get on the phone, fake phone numbers, Google Voice numbers, all that shit. Because my phone number is definitely low, like, you know, they know it. And it was all the time, dog. They call me 3-4 times a day. I'm sending them bread, doing other things for him. You know what I'm saying? Hooking him up. You know, make sure he's good in there, man. Make sure that he had money for TV and shit, man. Like, in my own way. If you know, you know. But I didn't get a call for a while. About 2 months. No phone call. And I figured he's probably in the hole. Got messed up. So I'm hitting him on JPay. Because sometimes they'll let you keep your tablet. But your tablet shuts down after 30 days, or used to. Anyway, I called his mom. I called his mother. I was like, you know, because once you're out and shit, man, like, you doing your thing, you got like, but you don't want to just call people's, like, your homies people, because even though, like, I should have called her way earlier, because when I did call her, my heart was literally whipped out of my chest. My friend, my brother, my brother, he was unalived in this prison situation, and it's an ongoing case. So I'm not going to go into details because I don't want to. But the last time I talked to him, we were making plans because he was getting ready to get out soon. And just so you know, it wasn't the inmates that did it. We went from talking about that to I got pictures of his funeral. That's how I got to say goodbye to my friend. Somebody that stood back to back with me and fought wars in there for almost 10 years. And these are real. This is real. This isn't some shit that like these dudes make up on here, man. This shit is real. It's really happened. And it sucks, dude. It fucking sucks. Because we would have been... I don't have many friends in this life. Most of them are in prison. Especially this close. I only have one other person in my life other than my family that is this close to me, and he's in prison. Comes home soon, God willing. And that's my homie TD. Much love. You ever see this, bro? See you soon. That's the reality, though. When you make bonds with people in situations like that, whether it's prison or war or whatever. I mean, out here, it can happen any day. You can be friends with family, somebody, and they get hit by a bus, fall off a cliff, whatever. Fucking shit happens, bro. I wasn't ready for this one, though. I was not mentally or spiritually prepared to deal with the fact that I was never going to see this dude again, man. It broke my fucking heart. Fly high, soldier. Fly high. You're at peace. Stay sucker free, y'all.